You guys ready? For a moment there, I was like, it's only 6 o'clock. We're super early. Ready, Tom? Ready? Is she ready? You good? Maria? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our City Council regular meeting. The time is 6:03 p.m. and calling our meeting to order. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Ready, begin. Can we please remain standing for a moment of silence for our first responders and military members? Thank you. Can we please get roll call?
Councilmember Soto?
Present.
Councilmember Moran?
Present.
Councilmember King?
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Present.
Mayor Aguilar?
Present.
For the record, council members, Mayor Pro Tem, and Mayor are in attendance.
Okay, in regards to closed session announcements, we'll be having our closed session after our regular meeting. Council, any changes to the agenda? I don't see any, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our citizen comments. This section of the agenda allows members of the public to address the council on any item not otherwise on the agenda. Members of the public, when recognized by myself, should come forward and identify themselves. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes. No action will be taken by the City Council this evening. For items which are on the agenda this evening, members of the public will be provided an opportunity to address the City Council as each item is brought up for discussion. Do we have any citizen comments? Anybody on the phone? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our word presentation and proclamations. We have 2 tonight. Just to a little background, I have asked the council and staff to bring forward anybody that from the community that we want to recognize here at the City Council. We have a great community full of people dedicated to improve our community and go above and beyond. So we're trying to recognize every week, every council meeting, different members, in different areas out there in our town. So it makes me very happy that we have 2 great educators here from our community, from our local schools, from the Livingston Middle School and the Livingston High School. So the first presentation we have tonight is recognizing Alma Lopez, a school counselor at the Livingston Middle School. I'm going to have you come up here, just introduce yourself real quick, and then I'm going to read the certificate, okay?
Okay, so Livingston Middle School counselor and counselor coordinator for the LUSD.
We welcome you tonight to our City Council. I'm going to go ahead and read the certificate of recognition, okay? In recognition for your many years of service, hard work, and dedication as a school counselor at the Livingston Middle School, and winning the National Education Award, the 2022 ASCA National Counselor of the Year. The Livingston Mayor, City Council, City Manager, and staff recognize you for your contribution to the community. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to give an opportunity for the council to say a few words, but like I said earlier when you first met you, we're very proud of you, very proud of the work you do at the Livingston Middle School. It's a very challenging job, but I'm sure a very rewarding job as well. So we commit you for everything you do out there. I know you're making a difference with those kids, and to be recognized at the national level, that's a great accomplishment. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Councilmember King.
Yeah, like the mayor said, I just want to say thank you for all the hard work you've been doing.
Thank you.
Councilmember Jose Moran.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Alma, actually earlier today I was having this conversation with
couple of other colleagues who are also counselors, and your name came up. And one of the things that they mentioned was, and I don't know if this is true, but since you were the counselor of the year for the state and also national, one thing that they mentioned to me and that I was not aware of, that you are the first Latino counselor of the year. I don't know if that's true for the state and national, but either way, it is a great accomplishment. I've seen you work, and I know you work in I don't know how many years, since the first time that I worked with you as a parent, probably 11 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago, since my daughter was in 6th grade at the Livingston Middle School. And also, I had an opportunity to work with you, you as an advisor to the cafecito, to the coffee social for parents at the middle school. And so I'm very happy of your accomplishments and everything that you have done for not only for the district that you work for, but also for the community, because what you do there, it reflects out into the community. So thank you and congratulations, and please keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Councilmember Maria Soto.
Again, I want to extend my congratulations to you. And National Award, it just makes our town really proud, and I know you feel it already in your heart, because this is what you do for the students is beautiful work. Working with you last year at the middle school, again, helping them emotionally, socially, academic-wise, it's a lot of work. And so, again, hats off to you. Thank you for all you do for our children and our community.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia, are you on the phone?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just also want to say thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the middle school. And once again, congratulations on the award.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hand you over the award.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to another presentation. Recognition of Matlin, baseball coach at Livingston High School. Mr. Winton, I'm going to ask you to come to the front as well. But once again, we are very happy to have you here tonight, and welcome to the City Council chambers. Mr. Winton is a long-time high school teacher, Livingston High School teacher, and very dedicated to students. He was my teacher once upon a time.
I'm old.
No, not at all. A couple of years ago. No, I was kidding. But so I know firsthand the type of work you do with the kids, motivating kids, not only in the classroom but also as an athlete coach. So we are very proud of you, and having this type of a coach and teacher in our high school. We're very, very proud and look forward to more things that you can accomplish. So we really wanted to recognize you. You being recognized, I think, at the section level as a coach award that you got. So I'm going to go ahead and read the certificate, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
In recognition for many years of service, hard work, dedication as baseball coach at Livingston High School, and achieving the 2021-2022 CIF Sac Joaquin Section Model Coach Award. The Livingston Mayor, City Council, City Manager, and staff recognize you for your contributions to the community. So congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to go ahead and have the council say a few words as well. Councilmember King.
Well, thank you for all your hard work you've been doing. I remember playing football for you, and thank you for everything you do.
Absolutely.
Councilmember Jose Mora.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations, and not only as a coach, but also as a great teacher that you are for the community. And I know that firsthand, having my son in one of your classes, and also as a coach, I get to hear some of the great work that you do with the kids, and for all that you have done all throughout the years. The recognitions come after many years of work. So congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Councilmember Maria Soto.
Coach Winton, it's super exciting to see you in front of us receiving recognition for all that you do for students, our student athletes. A great mentor, role model. I see and I hear great things. Students speaking about you, going off to college, playing some ball. They also want to try it out as well. And again, just having that enthusiasm, the love of the game. I mean, it's just infectious, and I love it. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia. Mayor Pro Tem Garcia, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just also want to say congratulations and thank you for your dedication and hard work. Coach, you and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, Coach, congratulations. My kid's one of your students right now, so I mean, he looks up to you, and keep being a great role model. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be taking a quick recess for some photographs. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to our announcements and reports. Vanessa, any city staff tonight?
Yes, our police department has announcements.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Just a few things for you. First off, the range, you guys passed a resolution just a few weeks ago changing the fees. Since then, we've got 6 allied agencies on board using the range. It's been packed literally every week since then. The work continues to go on out there. We're going to have 2 inmate work crews out there this week. I won't be disclosing the days and when they'll be out there for obvious reasons. But thanks to the Recreation Department and Jackie, she's organized a volunteer event on April 23rd out at the range where members of the community are going to get to come out there and work. We're going to provide lunch for them and get some work done. So it is progressing, and we're making vast improvements on that front. Exciting thing, April 2nd, we're going to have a public safety meet and greet at the Max Foster Sports Complex. I've been working with a few members of the council to getting public safety, the fire department, the police department will be out there, ambulance service. We'll have some members of the sheriff's office out there. We're going to be barbecuing hot dogs and giving the kids, the first 300 anyway, because the mayor's got posters being made. First 300 kids that show up will get a barbecue hot dog lunch and get to climb around on the equipment and play with it, and it should be a good time and a good event for the public to meet and greet and mingle with members of their public safety in the city of Livingston. That is all I have for you, except for the upcoming softball game, but we all know how that's going to end.
Is that right, Cap? So, yes, I appreciate the Recreation Department organizing the event on the 23rd. So I challenge actually the council to join me going out there, helping out on the 23rd. And let's get that place cleaned up and ready to go.
One more thing, and,
Yes.
and I forgot, and I would have felt terrible if I had not mentioned it. Our good friend Diego Castillo here met with me out at the range last week and has agreed, actually took measurements and everything else. He's going to be providing the paint and a bunch of other work at the range to make sure that the classrooms and all the buildings and structures and out there are in pristine condition and taken care of. So I want to recognize him and tell him thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Diego. Appreciate the support and help. And regarding the April 2nd event, absolutely. Appreciate Chief you taking a lead on a vision that we discussed. We really want the community to come out. Weather's getting better. The COVID restrictions are being, lessened. So I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to come out, enjoy, meet the public, your public safety, police department and fire department, look at the equipment we have. So I think it's going to be a great collaboration between everybody, meet your public officials. So really looking forward to it. So I appreciate, Chief, you taking the lead on the vision I had and collaboration with the fire department. And we'll see the community out there on April 2nd. This is actually the flyer we're going to be having out. We're probably going to throw it out on social media here by tomorrow, and posters.
One more thing, not about the posters. He kind of caught me off guard earlier when he talked about the posters. I was like, hold on, I only got 300 hot dogs. There's one other thing that I'm working on right now, and I've got to recognize a couple individuals. And don't laugh at me, but there's this bounce house that I'm obsessed with it right now. It's half police station and half fire station. It actually, the kids are able to walk into it, and there's different educational messages that are on the inside of the walls. I probably should have given some pictures so they could be displayed. I apologize, I'm out of sorts today. But specific thanks to Councilmember Garcia. The bounce house cost, it's not a bounce house because there's no floor in it, they don't bounce around in it, but it's $5,900. And it's not something that I want to burden the city with and the general fund and everything else. And it's something that the community can come together with. And it's a good piece to build that PR relationship, specifically with kids and members of the community. But we're at $3,500. I'm just a small, piece away. And I talked to my brother at the table over there from the fire department and reminded him that he hasn't done anything yet to get any donations. So he's going to step his game up.
Perfect. But he's committed. He's committed, right? You're committed? Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I've seen, you share your idea with me. I think it's going to be great, that inflatable thing. But we look forward to seeing everybody out on April 2nd. Vanessa, anybody else?
Yes, we have our fire department report.
Mayor, were you going to ask them to do about the opening ceremonies and the color shops and opening ceremony? You said you wanted the whole.
Oh, so I have a different idea. We'll talk about it.
Good evening, council. Just an update on where we stand regards to the calls. Last month, 186 calls, 121 in the city limits. Brings us year to date today, 468 calls, 324 in the city. Very busy. We're definitely ahead of last year, about 17%. A little bit less than last time we talked in January, but we're still ahead of last year's goals. Current training of 2 PCFs that should be finished by, we're thinking April 1st, and we have 4 applicants currently going through the process to bolster our PCF rosters here. Any questions?
Council, any questions? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Vanessa, any other?
No other staff reports, Mayor.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to city manager announcements and reports. Vanessa?
Yes, Mayor, City Council, staff, and members of the public. Just a few items that I have here. The CDBG, the coronavirus grant, the first round, that it was about $91,000. It is set to expire in May 2022, and we have fully expended this grant. We are about $3,000 short of spending this, and this is a grant that helped all of the residents in this community to offset their outstanding or delinquent water bills. The moratorium for the state of California on water shutoffs, it's coming to an end at the end of March, and the city staff will be bringing an item to recommend for a recommendation for council on resuming the water shutoffs for residents and also the delinquency process that we stopped through the pandemic. And the last item that I have is that we will be holding a water project workshop at the end of March. It will be a special meeting, a special workshop meeting on March 29th, and it will be held here at the council chambers at 6 p.m. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Council, any questions for Vanessa? Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to city council members' announcements and reports. Councilmember King?
I have nothing to report.
Councilmember Jose Moran?
Yes, thank you. So, got a few things to report, a few things that I was able to participate around the county. Earlier this month, we had the opportunity to meet and have dinner with the new Merced County CEO, Mr. Raul Mendez. Got to know a little bit about him and some of the ideas that he has to in the future for Merced County. Also, on Saturday this weekend, also had the opportunity to participate and learn from a program that they had in the city of Merced, which was Arbor Day, an opportunity where they had 69, they were planting 69 trees, new trees, in 2 different parks and around the community. And it was great to see how they were doing it, how they planned it, and the grants that they used. And I'm hoping to, in the future, replicate a similar program in our community, where we can have also the community participate in planting or a tree that they can always come back to it and say, you know what, me and my kids and our family were the ones that planted this tree here 6 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. I think it's a great program. Also, on Friday, I had the opportunity to participate and attend the League of Cities dinner. This was in Turlock, and I was able to meet other colleagues from other cities and also get to hear a little bit of their concerns that they're also dealing with in their respective communities as well. On Sunday, I had a chance to also volunteer and participate in the first vaccination pet clinic in Livingston, which I believe, based on the reports, and thanks to New Beginnings of Merced County, and thanks to the animal control officer who was able to make this happen, and to Mr. Diego Castillo, who also facilitated the building where the clinic took place. And this took place from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock. And within that time, there was over 450 pets with service. And I saw people there all the way from Los Baños, from Dos Palos, from Gastin, Stevenson, Merced, Atwater, and Winton, and just about everywhere else from within Merced County. And it was great to see a lot of people, a lot of pets, cats and dogs, and all of that was free at no cost to the families. And I hope to see that in the future again. Just for everyone to save the date, I think it's May 8th is the first Saturday of the month of May. There's going to be the first ever band review in the city of Livingston, which hopefully from now on, Livingston High School will take place here at Livingston High School. I'm glad to be part of the supporting the organizing committee, and the expectations are big, being the first time, and I do believe, based on what they're planning, it's going to be huge, and it's going to be memorable. So save the date. Is the first Saturday of the month of May. I believe it's the 8th, and everything's going to start like around 8 or 9 o'clock until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's called the Festival of the Bands. So, and if you need more information, please contact Mr. Leverett or anybody in the parent club for the for music. The band boosters, yes. I'm sorry?
It's May the 7th, and it starts at 8 a.m. And they can actually go to the city's Facebook page, because we made an event for them so that they can, if they'll click interested, it'll keep reminding them.
All right, so yes, I got a reminder from Jackie. Thank you. It's May 7th, and then you can go to the City of Livingston's website, and there's a reminder there, and just say you're interested, and it will keep on reminding you of the date as it approaches. And right now they're looking for sponsors, because it's the first time, and it's huge, and they only have a couple of months to organize it. So they also need a lot of help. So if you have any ideas, make sure you contact the band boosters. And I believe that's it. Thank you.
Councilwoman Maria Soto.
I, too, attended the Cal Cities dinner in Turlock. I've been trying to promote the deadline for the VFW writing scholarships will be March 31st. We do have a VFW meeting on the 30th, so I have put the word out that they could submit their applications and entries at that time to the meeting at the VFW hall for those of students at the elementary school level and at the high school level. I did post it on Facebook, so if Jackie, I don't know if you're able to also create an event for that? I don't know, do you do that for everything that comes up for it? Okay. Also, I will be out again trying to visit our local businesses and getting them interested, providing them resources. If anybody is interested in starting up their own businesses or do need resources for their businesses, startups, and general information, I can provide that as well. That's about it. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
I don't have anything to report tonight. Thank you.
And okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to my announcements and reports. Also attended the California League of City quarterly meeting. It was nice to see and talk to other colleagues around the county or Central Valley. It was also educational in regards to policy coming out of the state that affect our local government. Like we stated earlier, April 2nd, looking forward to seeing everybody to the public safety meet and greet, and also save the date for May 14th, our annual fire department pancake breakfast fundraiser, something I organize every year. Once again, May 14th, Saturday, save the date, and I heard that is it? Yeah. I heard the chief is gonna volunteer to sell some tickets for the fire department. Captain, is that correct? Yeah, okay, perfect. So save the date. And that's, it's just nice seeing the kids, baseball and softball, practicing in the fields now and seeing everybody out and about on our parks. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our consent agenda. Items on the consent calendar are considered routine or non-controversial and will be enacted by one vote unless separate action is requested by the city manager or city council member. There'll be no separate discussion of these items unless members of the city council or city manager request that specific items be removed. We have 4 items: waiving of the reading of the ordinance and resolution, authorize remote teleconference meetings, ratify check warrants, authorize the city manager or designate to join with the state and other units of government in cooperation purchasing plans. Council.
You asking for a motion?
Yes, what are your wishes, council?
I'll make it.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Garcia. Do we have a second?
Yes, I'll second that.
Second by Councilmember King. Could we get roll call, please?
Councilmember Soto?
Yes.
Councilmember Moran?
Yes.
Councilmember King?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Aguilar?
Yes.
Motion approved by a vote of 5-0.
We're going to go ahead and move on to our public hearing. Public hearing, the first reading and introduction of ordinance adding Livingston Municipal Code, Title 10, Chapter 14, military equipment use. By ordinance, adopt a policy that regulates the use of military equipment by the Livingston Police Department. Chief.
Mayor, council members, if I could get the PowerPoint up there. In September of 2021, Governor Newsom signed AB 481 that it's basically a reform bill that mandates law enforcement to report, ask for permission to purchase new equipment that it justifies as military equipment in their duties in law enforcement. Their definitions of military equipment are somewhat different than you would normally see. This doesn't affect the Livingston Police Department that much, but I'll get into that in just a moment. The bill was signed to increase transparency, accountability, and oversight for the acquisition and the use of equipment. It requires that the police department come to you, the governing body of the city, and report annually what new equipment they want to, purchase, what they want to acquire, and what its use is. I don't foresee that happening that often, but nonetheless, it's law that we have to adopt a policy that dictates the situations where this equipment can be used and what that reporting and annual information is that's filtered back to you guys as the governing body. Basically, it talks about unmanned, remotely piloted aircraft, which is UAV drones. They've been in the media a lot lately. They have been for several years. We just acquired one in December of this year. It's been used several times, but the situations that it has been used in it's increased officer safety tremendously. It basically takes our police officers out of harm's way. It talks about armored vehicles, Humvees, battering rams, things of that nature. If you really get into and read the assembly bill, it gets into some specific definitions of what some of this equipment is. The only two things that we have at the Livingston Police Department and our inventory that classify as military equipment is a DJI UAV drone, which cost about $1,300 and is currently in use. And then we have one singular 37 millimeter launcher. Because of past events that have occurred in the city of Livingston, we don't need to talk about where, I don't think. That's used to disperse gas and other projectiles in the event of a riot or large crowd dispersion. That hasn't been used, to my knowledge, in more than 10 years. It's going to be my recommendation, if it goes much longer, that we surplus that and get rid of it. There's really not even a need, but since we currently have it, it has to be listed on the inventory report and reported to you folks. So, Lexipol, who manages our law enforcement policy, they've drafted their version of the military equipment use policy. Obviously, I adopted that into our policy as a draft for your guys' proposal, and our list of inventory is currently listed as an attachment in that policy. The law states that there has to be a resolution and an ordinance accepting the policy and defining it, and so that's what I'm asking you folks to do tonight.
Perfect. Thank you, Chief. Council, any questions at this time? Okay, we're going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Any citizen comments? Anybody on the phone? Okay, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing, bring it back to council. Any further questions, clarifications, motions?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Garcia. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Jose Moran. Can we get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Soto?
Yes.
Councilmember Moran?
Yes.
Councilmember King?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Aguilar?
Yes.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and move on to discussion potential action items. Item number 8, authorize the city manager to sign the Department of Parks and Recreation grant contract. So resolution authorizing the city manager to sign the Department of Parks and Recreation grant contract. Vanessa?
Yes. This item in front of you, Council, is the Proposition 68 grant. This is the final award of the grant, and it's a formality for the city to accept the monies for the recreation center. It's $7.3 million, so it is by the requirement of the grant, the State of California Grant Authority, that we bring this to council and you designate the city manager to execute the grant documents and the corresponding documents to make this project, to complete this project.
Thank you, Vanessa. Council, any questions, comments, clarifications? We're going to take it out for public comment. Any public comment? Anybody on the phone? Okay, we're going to bring it back to council. Any motions?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Garcia. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Jose Moran. Could we get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Soto?
Yes.
Councilmember Moran?
Yes.
Councilmember King?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Aguilar?
Yes.
Motion passes by a vote of 5-0.
Thank you. Council direction on future agenda items. Council, anything? I don't see any. We're going to go ahead and adjourn our meeting at 6:42 p.m. We're going to actually go into closed session at this time. 7:42. That clock is wrong. For the record.